it's Scarlett from 38 Investing. I'm so pumped up for today's video because we're going over everything you need to know about budgeting meetings. Now, if you've been around here, you know that I care a lot about budgeting meetings, and I care so much about how it impacts your budget and your personal finances. But before we begin, I'm the founder of this awesome tribe of women who are striving to take control of their personal finances. Subscribe down below to join our tribe. Okay, now before we begin, I want to talk a little bit about what a budget meeting even is. Now, a budget meeting is essentially when you sit down with your partner or the individual who is your accountability partner, someone who is creating and helping you stick to your budget. This is something that you do consistently and that you do every now and then, whether it be twice a month or just one time a month. Really, the whole concept is to set up your budget and being a solid partner in regard to having really good teamwork. This concept makes it so that one spouse is not in full control of the budget and the other spouse is not unaware of what the expectations are. Now, do keep in mind that I have some free printable links down in the description below that you can have that we're going to talk about in this video. Now, the very first thing is to set realistic expectations. Now, the expectations for your budget meetings are incredibly important so that you establish the teamwork when it comes to your budget. Maybe it is that throughout the month you need to keep track of your expenses, or it could be something as simple as before your budget meeting, you review all the income and expenses so you know what's going on. Everyone's expectations can be a little bit different, but really some prime examples for your expectations that you should have with your budgeting meetings include being able to show up on time, having a time every month or every other month that you sit down, and truly this could be a 15-minute meeting of just you and your spouse. This could also be you putting together some ideas of ways that you're going to spend or save more money. The second tip that I need you to consider is that this has to be an equal participation situation. If you follow Dave Ramsey, for example, he says that there are spenders and there are savers. When it comes to this, you have to recognize that you have differences from your partner, and the way you view and spend and earn money are very different. So the way that you even grew up with viewing money may be very different from the way that your partner did. So you have to sit down and just recognize before beginning or even before continuing these budgeting meetings that you need to have really equal participation from both parties. That doesn't mean that both of you have to put the budget together. All that really means is that you have to recognize if you're the person who wants control of the budget, that's okay. You just have to be cognizant of your partner's wants and needs out of the budget. The third tip is having very consistent meetings. So the way that I've done it is put it on my phone calendar on as a repeat every single month, but you have to make sure you do it, because the whole key is to set up a purposeful and an exact budget that you and your spouse and your family are adhering to. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, down in the description, I have some PDFs, some free printables that you can use to track your budget meetings. I also have in my Women's Money Playbook some extra resources, and that'll be linked down below as well, that you can track month by month your participation in your budget meetings, and it gives you some extra resources for tracking budget during these meetings. The fourth thing, again, as I just mentioned, is to track and record your progress. This just ties right into you maintaining consistency and you keeping this an equal participation situation. So what I need you to do is somehow on your calendar, you write on there budget meeting, or on your phone, you have something that you check off, or just get that printable down below and you can use that in your budget binder. Now, as we talked about, these budget meetings are just times for you to create your budget with your spouse without those fights, the animosity, and the frustration that you can get when both partners are a little bit different when it comes to money. Incorporating a very specific time every month in order to sit down and look at your income and look at your expenses and to reflect together makes it so that your budget will be far more successful in the long term. If you're interested in learning how to create a successful budget and even more resources and tools that you may need, check out my playlist. I'll link it up below and down in the description so you can learn everything you need to know about budgeting. Thanks for watching.